The Maritime Authority today imposed a red flag for Rose and Johnny Key after the strong winds that are registered on the island and provide recommendations to tour operators to take extreme security measures.
Today, the General Maritime Direction, DMAR for its acronym in Spanish, has released the official report for tourist operations mainly for Rose and Johnny Key, to which they have imposed a red flag, providing recommendations for tourist operators to apply safety measures for the strong winds that are presented. According to notice number CR 051-02022, issued by the Port Captaincy of San Andres, all vessels arriving at Rose and Hines Key must embark and disembark passengers at the dock located at Hines Key. The arrival, embarkation, and disembarkation of passengers and crew of motorboats in the maritime beach area of Rose Key is prohibited. It is recommended to take extreme security measures and precautions during the disembarkation of personnel and tourists at the piers of Hines Key and Johnny Key. It is forbidden to stop for bathing, transit, and/or anchoring of boats in the sector known as the Palito, cataloged as a preservation zone. On the other hand, tourism providers are reminded that tourist activities prohibited in East-Southeast Key and South-Southwest Key according to Resolution 116 and 276 of 2016 issued by Coralina, as is also prohibited the Stingrays tour according to Resolution 426 of 2021 issued by Coralina. The tour of the bay is allowed only for larger vessels. Jet ski operators are reminded that they must maintain safety measures. During the operation, they must keep a safe distance from the bathers' area and exercise their activity only in designated areas in order to prevent accidents with bathers and other boats. Diving activities were declared with a yellow flag. Maritime transport and water sports companies, captains, and owners of these vessels are reminded that no sporting activity is authorized within the navigable channel. They are reminded to carry out each activity in the places designated for that purpose. The maximum speed in the bay is 10 knots, and to avoid accidents with bathers in whitewater and sprat bite, it is 5 knots. During the early hours of tomorrow morning, weather conditions will be checked and any change in conditions will be reported.
During the celebration and commemoration of the 512th anniversary of San Andres in San Luis sector, a fight broke out between young people that fortunately did not result in a fatal outcome.
Fight between young people disturbed public order and the tranquility of the inhabitants of San Luis sector, as recorded in video circulating social networks. In a video that lasts 48 seconds, it can be seen how young people throw glass bottles trying to injure their counterparts. One of them was on a motorcycle and managed to flee the scene, and the other, who remained, began to attack each other. Then it can be seen how they were injured with blunt objects without any consideration. So far, it is not known if there are any serious injuries. Teleislas News tried to communicate with the police authorities to get clarity on this case and on the behavior of the community during the commemoration of the 512th anniversary of San Andres Island, where the press office informed that during the day they will be making a statement on the matter.
And the National Family Welfare Institute is committed to listening to the children of the department to identify problems in family environments and in their territory.
Tomorrow, an inclusive dialogue will be held for the formulation of the National Development Plan 2022-2023 that aims to listen to the voices of children in the sector of Santana regarding their relationship with their families, their service unit, their territory, and themselves.
Queremos socializar y
We want to socialize and share with the community of the department the second phase of the departmental meeting on the occasion of the inclusive dialogues for the formulation of the National Development Plan 2022-2023. This is an event in which a large sample of the population of the different modalities of early childhood care of the Department of San Andres Providence and Santa Catalina will be participating.
In the order of ideas, the Institute will work in 3 laboratories as follows: My Beautiful Self, My Beautiful Service Unit, and My Beautiful Territory.
In the city of Medellin, the anti-smuggling team of the departmental government received recognition for their work.
At the Anti-Smuggling and Territorial Finance meeting organized by the National Federation of Departments in Medellin, the anti-smuggling team of the Secretariat of Finance received a silver medal for the management developed during 2021 after meeting the goals of inspection and awareness in San Andres. The closing event, which took place on the 28th and 29th with the participation of Secretaries of Finance, heads of revenue, leaders of operational groups in the country, and the National Federation of Departments, it also awarded silver medals to the anti-smuggling teams of the departments of Guinea, Caldas, Caquetá, Norte de Santander, Vaupés, Arauca, and Santander, and gold medals to the departments of Antioquia, Quindío, Córdoba, Casanare, Chocó, Nariño, and Putumayo.
In other news, the departmental government announces the start of payments for the Colombia Mayor program.
The Senior Citizen Program of the departmental government informed that our beneficiaries have already started to receive the incentive payments corresponding to the month of November of the Colombia Mayor program.
We are reminding the beneficiaries from the Colombia Mayor program that we begin the payment of the 11th cycle of the Colombia Mayor program. We are paying from the 30th of November, and this payment will be available until the 15th of December. We remind our beneficiaries and their families that they must collect this aid and don't have any blackout in the program, so that they may be able to get the benefit that the government is offering to them. Also, the families that collect the fee for someone that have a handicap situation or in bed for sickness, that they have to go by the notary office to authenticate the power, so that they may be able to collect instead of the senior adult.
Banked card holders may cash the incentives through the Movi operator, and unbanked card holders may cash them through the effective wire transfer service.
And the regional branch of SENA will soon open a call for the confirmation of its Bank of Instructors in San Andres.
The regional branch of SENA will open in the next few days a call for teachers to provide their services at the institution's headquarters in San Andres and Old Providence.
From December 12th until the 18th will be open for call for those who wish to aspire to be instructors of the SENA, both in San Andres and Providence. This call will be from December 12th until the 18th. The requirements are that they are professionals and that they have all the evidence to be able to be linked. The application is made through the Public Employment Agency. There is a button called Bank of Instructors, and there they upload their resume with the attachments.
The National Training Service, SENA, for its acronym in Spanish, invites those interested to get to know the registration procedure and rules on the entity's webpage, www.sena.edu.co.
Ina the Yad is a series of workshops that seeks to bring part of the collection's resources and root values to the common patio where island families traditionally gather to share. With these workshops, the Cultural Center aims to bring closer to those families who do not visit the downtown area of the island very often.
Through 3 workshops for children and adolescents, the yard is exposed, which is the common space that is generally found between several traditional houses on the island in a sort of panopticon, and is the place where most of the upbringing of the Rizal children takes place.
In the yard, there are a series of workshops that we want to have from the 8th till the 10th of December. We invite all the picnic them in the yard them to come out. This activity we want to do it in the section of Booby Rack. We want to give out more information of how to participate. It's totally free. The idea is for these kids at this picnic where hardly come town, we can carry the services of the cultural center to them, right? So we want to do with Miss Lolia Pomier to talk about Anansi stories and all the customs and traditions of our Christmas in the island. We want to do with Miss Katia Boy, who want to talk about the ring plays and these traditional games that we used to play. And we want to close the Saturday with Miss Ingrid Suniga, who want to talk about makeup, the African symbols that we normally see on TV, the meaning of the cloths, and
This series of activities will take place in the patio of Mistress Angie Hooker in the Booby Rock sector. For more information, the community will be able to consult the webpage of the Cultural Center of the Banco de la República, www.banrepcultural.org. The schedule will be from 9 a.m. to 12 noon.
And now it's time for sport news with Victor Fusalva.
Hello, here are the best sports of the island. With great joy, the children's basketball tournament at the Caribbean Fest is held. Basketball is lived with great joy in the different categories in the Caribbean Fest tournament, all for a new beginning at the Ginny Bay Coliseum. The children have fun, some win and others lost. But the important thing is the integration and the process of the distraction of the children, who are also accompanied by their fathers and mothers. Marlon O'Neill expressed it like this.
This morning we lose the game. I got a small team from Infantil, the young boys them well. Then just starting out. But I like the process because the children love something like this where I get home and say, well, Mama, I get this little boy a uniform. He come and play with me. So now, yeah, I get somebody involucrated. The children and the mother. If the family or the father or the mother don't involucrate in the sport for the children will never progress. So it's good for me to get a mother involucrated in the sport and also the children. Well, today we starting out a process where just start. I'm just starting in this and I feel like I can make it. So I will do the best for the children of my community. I love this sport and I love to see children be happy, so I will do it for them. This is a good starting note. I love the starting note that the government making because we need tournament, like how we call it. We need children make them roast between one another, know one another, and that is where they get the ability to play. So if the government can do this more often, it will be better for each children in the island.
The children and coaches are happy and hope that this new process will have continuity in order to have future basketball stars. With the construction of new venues and sport programs, the government is encouraging sports in the island. With a new beginning of the departmental government headed by Dr. Ever Hawkins Shogreen through the Secretariat of Sport announced the new projects in construction and adaptation of sports venues and intensive programs to promote sports of children and youth of the department. Luis Viloria, Secretary of Sports, told us more details.
I want to mention to the sports community that we are also structuring the project for the alternate Black Dog field, for the soccer stadium, motocross, bicycle cross, and also the skating rink. And to strengthen other sports disciplines in other areas have given us great glories in the different scenarios. We have had great participation. We have great athletes, and the idea is to strengthen through the sports venues to encourage the practice of sports in the archipelago.
This is good news for the community that anxiously awaits to the reconstruction of sports venues and programs that encourage sports in the archipelago. That will be all in sports for tonight. We will see you on another broadcast. We continue with Lisa.